The culture war surrounding context in books is playing out in one Orange County city.
Huntington Beach has approved an ordinance that restricts access to books in the city's library system that council members say are inappropriate for kids.
Gracie Vandermark is the Huntington Beach City Council member who is hoping to move all library books containing any sexual content away from kids under 18 and requiring parental consent to read them.
Children should not have access to these books. If you're an adult, go for it. You can read whatever you want. But it is our job and our responsibility to protect children from material that could be harmful for them. And only the parents can decide that. The government should not be deciding if this is appropriate for their children. The government should not be deciding if this is appropriate for their children.
When I tell people there is a book in there that teaches children how to fist safely, play with blood, urine, they said I was crazy and I was a conspiracy theorist.
The new culture war raging across America is over books. Now, even though most kids only read books in school to hide their erections, some parents and politicians have suddenly gotten very concerned about which books are available in schools. And they're dealing with this problem that they invented, by the way, in a time-honored way, with a good old-fashioned book ban.
It's finally come to Huntington Beach, this growing movement to protect children from library books that are deemed to be obscene, pornographic. Most of them have LGBTQ themes in them. This is one book. This book they really had a problem with. Just because it talks about sex, does that mean that your teen shouldn't look at it? I mean, it like talks about what's safe sex. It talks about what's consent.
The books we're trying to restrict children from having access to are not books about history, books about the world. They're books that teach children how to do very sexually explicit acts.
The book she's talking about, the friends in the library showed me a list of books that have already been moved from the children's section to the juvenile section. One of them is this beloved book that I read to my kids almost every night when we were potty training, called Everybody Poops. Everybody Poops.
If you think about sexual content, what does that mean? Dating? Kissing?
When you talk about sexual nature, sexual content, it includes things like hugging, kissing, flirting. So if you start going through books like the Disney princesses, you'll see those things.
The council will also vote on the formation of a library review board made up of community members chosen by the city council. They will have decision-making authority as to which books are purchased and put into circulation.
What this ordinance has done and what the mayor has done is create a censorship committee of other people, not professionals, who will decide for you, for me, for other parents, what our children can read, instead of allowing us to make those decisions for ourselves.
It is insulting to the people of Huntington Beach. The proposed changes suggest that we as individuals, as parents, as a community, are not smart enough or strong enough to walk into a library and make decisions for ourselves.
But I do not think it is up to the city council to tell me who can censor my reading. Who, the city attorney, is more qualified than I am to choose my books for myself or my grandchildren? This is a tragedy if you follow through with this. We are not Nazi Germany.
Thank you.
The Huntington Beach Council is meeting in part to consider potentially privatizing the city's libraries and controlling the branch's book collection.
The city is really just looking for any and all opportunities that could provide the same service and offer cost savings.
This mom questions what the city is proposing.
It's exactly what I'm asking. I'm not really sure why we would need to change anything.
It's a public library. It's paid for through our taxes and everything. And there's wonderful people that work here.
The Friends of the Library want to keep things just the way they are, and they're gathering signatures of support on 2 petitions.